Wow, so that was a very epic ending to Shadowbringers. I loved the ending. I know I say that I love the story like since the very beginning here, but I can't help it. I just adored like everything about this game. And so here we are back at the Crystal Tower, about to finish wrapping up the wrapping up part of the story. And we see all of our friends here, and we see the Crystal Exarch, who's no longer wearing his hood, but we'll talk to Y'shtola first. I knew the Knights Blessed were among the revelers, aye, but the Crystarium was so crowded I thought it safe to speak my true name. Poor Runar and his ilk were gripped with panic. As you may recall, 'tis customary not to reveal one's true name outside of family and ceremony. Yet when I hurried to explain that all present were like family, I was greeted with an outpouring of tears. Ah, an emotional people, the Bless. That's sweet. We'll talk to Urianger next. I'm glad to see that you made it back. The ending to this tale has been a joyous one indeed. Meodred were the lessons learned, yet there is one of particular import. 'Tis imperative that I master magics to grant my feet purchase upon the water, or else allow me to part the sea at will. I must needs visit Bismarck in due course and scrub his teeth in thanks. Mayhap the airy arts of a fairy whale might be imparted to mortal men. We shall see, we shall see. People came from moms around to join the festivities, but most seem to have stumbled home by now. Even so, I dare say Norvont will echo to the sound of clinking mugs for some while yet. I thought to indulge in a little reverie myself last night, until Urianger began to list all the names of my drunken conquests. I ended up drinking water. Water. Oh, I would love to hear some of those stories. Oh, Claire, are you well? No ill after effects? To my eyes, you seem completely healed. It really is a miracle. Speaking of happy surprises, I was amazed to see the crowd that greeted our return. I hadn't realized just how many people we'd meet along the way. And did you see their smiles? Right then and there, I vowed to do whatever I could to keep that joy from fading. It would seem I don't know my own limits. I had thought to push on till dawn, but my body had other plans. Still, I did enjoy the caroling while it lasted. Even I need to forget my cares every now and then. What I don't need is to wake up to Alphinaud smirking at my bedside. He said my face was a rare sight while I slept. Gods, I hope I wasn't drooling. It would seem that the city celebrated long into the night. Not that I would know. As embarrassing as it is to admit, I woke to find myself in the infirmary, having apparently collapsed from exhaustion. My aching pride was somewhat soothed by the sight of Alize asleep in the bed next to mine. She must have been just as weary. Long has it been since I've seen her face so peaceful in repose. Ah, 'tis a rare, tranquil morning, made unforgettable by the sight of those clear blue skies. That's cute. Alright, and you, Exarch? Or should I call you Grahatia?
By your deeds has the blinding light been banished from these skies, and the Sin Eaters driven to retreat. Although our many hurts will be years in the mending, I have faith that this world and her people will one day be whole once more. With no rejoining in prospect, the Source need no longer fear the coming of an 8th umbral calamity.
And with that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet here you still stand.
So I do. I wonder if that other age continues onward somehow, cut adrift from time's flow. Or have I simply etched myself a place upon this new block of history? Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you back to your world. Yet I am very much alive, and you are still stuck here in the First.
I believe I speak for us all when I say that we are happy to postpone our return if it means your life is spared. We will seek out another way.
Besides, I never had any intention of rushing home. There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Yet we dare not neglect our comrades in the source. Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
So, you'll just have to make the journey alone for the moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow scions, will you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
Then I see no reason to delay. I can open the path from here.
I imagine we each have matters demanding our attention, so let this be a farewell for us all. Send word when you've resummoned our friend. Oh, and do try to ensure she arrives within the city next time.
Of course. I shall strive for utmost accuracy. No strange forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest. I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared. But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
Just a moment while I attune the portal. Then you can be on your way. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short. And then one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh. A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side. Would that it was so easy. The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand. Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
To the west gate. I want to know what's happening there.
Same as the others. Struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty. Forgive me. These were your people.
We took advantage of this slaughter to slip into the palace. 'Tis not for me to grieve them. That was the Emperor! Wait! Ugh. Your Radiance!
Gaius, you've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
Identify yourself, demon!
You were hoping for the Ascian? The Craven shed this skin and fled, rather than face me. A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself. But I cannot deny the feeling of satisfaction. Body and soul reunited at last.
What now? The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
Only if we trust in a paragon's words. A mistake I do not intend to repeat. Gaius!
He speaks the truth. Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift. Xenos, my foolish, greedy son. Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore? True freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled princeling. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
'Tis you, father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties. But you may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons.
You would kill me just for that.
I need no other reason. Any and all who interfere with my hunt will not do so twice! I heard the Ascians speak of Zodiac and Eidolon. Even the will of this star is but a construct of our own making. We shall gorge upon their strength, and then, my friend, our contest shall begin anew.
Xenos!
Oh, come on! You were gonna cut it there? Cutting it there? Really? Why do that to us, huh? Why would you do that? That is just cruel. Because now we know officially that he's back. I've been keeping that device you uncovered safe and sound. Did you need to use it again? No, we just got back. There's no need to worry. Oh, you returned. Was there a lull in the fighting over there, or... Oh, that's right. Time here is very different than time in Norvrant. So, I wonder how long we've been gone. I'm guessing not too long. If I had to guess, I would say that it was at least a few weeks that we spent in Norvrant, if not a couple months. Here, though, it wouldn't surprise me if it turned out just to be a couple days or even hours. But still, how could they do that to us? They cut off the fighting right there and then. I want to see that. I want to see Xenos against Gaius, and I mean the real Xenos. He is back. It is official. It is confirmed for us. He is back, and we have Gaius here. That would have been an awesome fight to see. How could they do that to us? Calm down. Calm down. You're good. Everything's gonna be okay. Well, let's talk to Tataru again. It's gonna be so nice to talk to her again. But... Claire, is it really you? Who were you expecting? But how? When? We didn't think you'd be back for ages. Would you rather I went again? Oh, don't be daft. I just can't believe you're actually back. We heard the good news from your pixie friend, but nothing compares to seeing you in the flesh. As for the situation on this side, the Imperials are still eyeing our forces from afar. From what I'm told, the Garlean armies have been slow to react and seem reluctant to commit in any large-scale engagement. It's an odd sort of stalemate. Otherwise, we've yet to see any signs of that awful Black Rose weapon we were warned about. Oh, but I suppose we did call in an old friend to help out on that count. And I know who it is. Kryl and I had a terrible time tracking him down, though it will be worth it to see the look on your face when you find out who it is. Anyway, I was just about to make contact with this helper of ours, and then confirm the latest news from the front. Might you fancy having a rest while I do? Sure thing. Ah, the Warrior of Light, back where she belongs, just as if nothing had happened. Though you do seem different somehow. You'll have to tell me all about your adventures when next we have a spare moment. Until then, welcome back. Aww! The future is where his destiny awaits. Wind up Garad Tia. Tomorrow and tomorrow. Oh, oh, that's so sweet. But it's over. I don't want it to be over. Oblivion hath claimed him. Emixelk, gone. La Habrea, gone. I alone remain, the last of the unbroken. Once more I am moved to reevaluate the potential of these tattered souls. Ah, Xenos, never did I dream you could overpower me so completely, possessed as I was of your body, and all its uncanny strength. And now that I've shared with you the truth of this world and its reflections, who can predict how events will unfold? Not I. Emissary, what a poor jest that title has become. The flow of history has become muddled, its currents wild beyond my capacity to direct them. You have wrestled the advantage, Heidelin. The thieving hands of your disciples tighten their grip on our star. The origins of the world remain hidden and its inhabitants ignorant of their broken existence, just as you and your creators desired. They celebrate the gift of imperfect life, uncaring, unknowing as we weaken and fade. But do not imagine yourself rid of us. Though your champion has indeed proven the most egregious obstacle to our ascendance, a barred thorn in my side, she may yet be removed and cast into the abyss. Oh yes, it can be done. I will keep these heroes marred in the first, and victory will be ours at the last. Warriors of darkness now, are they? Then their fate is decided. They shall meet the same end as those who came before, death at the hands of warriors of light. It seems you were right. Yes, there is something out there. But it would mean crossing moms and moms of this infernal emptiness, which is rather unhealthy for living creatures as I understand it. Even were we to restrict ourselves to brief forays, I don't like to imagine the effect it would have on our ether. But you still want to go, don't you? We may have saved the world, but we haven't reclaimed it. Ah, when you put it that way. What choice do we have? Well, of course I'm going with you. That's what family is for, isn't it? Come, let's head back and prepare for this mad journey of yours. Thank you, Thancred. Though blazing skies give way to gentle night, what hand can end the war of dark and light? Yay, you've completed the main scenario quest of Shadowbringers! Oh boy, I can't believe it's finally over here. Of course it's not over yet, just for the main scenario for right now, but there's still so much left to do. There's so many quests to go through. We have the job quests, we have all these side quests, we have Dark Apocalypse coming up eventually, we have Eden to look forward to, which I'm going to be doing as soon as possible as well. Yeah, there's so much work to be done, and I know I don't want to read all of this out because I have a basic idea of what it says, but we have so much work. Oh yeah, the role quest, that's something that we have to do as well. So much fun is going to be waiting for us. I cannot wait. Rest well, warrior of light and darkness, for 2 worlds of adventure await your return. So yes, we have 2 whole worlds. just open to us now. Shadowbringers. We earned the achievement of Shadowbringers. So we are now known as the Shadowbringer. For some reason, I was expecting a little more than that. Oh, but I'll take it. Not much to report on our end, Claire. The Orzian Alliance is still locked in a stalemate with the Empire. As ever, in the Archon's absence, I'm keeping the ship that is the Scions of the Seventh Dawn sailing smoothly along. I run a tight ship, I do. I'm sure you do. Welcome back, Claire. How did the Archons fare over in the First? When next you see them, you may inform them that their bodies are as well as can be. Well, that'll be good news to give them. Not that I expected any less, but it's good to see you home and unharmed. I am pleased to report that our involved and his fellow primal hunters have upheld the peace while you've been away. Oh, I should thank him when I get the chance. Pleasure to see you, Claire. I cannot well imagine what sort of world the First is, or adventures you've had, but that you have returned to us safe and sound is of great comfort. I love these guys. They're so great. Oh, how about you, Rael? Our war of substitutes is moving along well enough, but we often find ourselves wanting for Thancred or Alphinaud's expertise. Wish they'd hurry up and get their arses back over here. Yeah, we're still currently working on that one. But let's head right back out and see what the others have to say back in the First. And you know what? I am going to be heading back the proper way, I suppose. We'll be heading back to the trench and just speak with everyone. Oh, but I'm still reeling from all the information that we got. Like, everything that happened to us. It was so much. But they just sort of wrapped it all up so elegantly. And, like, the fate of Oddbird, the fate of MXL, or Hades, as we now know his name to be. How we got rid of the lights, and Grahatia, he's alive and well. I'm so happy about that. If I had to make a complaint, it's probably that our warrior here, like, her soul has been restored to the way it used to be. And I don't know, I just find that kind of strange. And I almost forgot here, Rambros. After giving much thought to the strange voice which beckoned to you and its connection to the Crystal Tower, I believe I have last discerned the identity of this otherworldly caller. In hindsight, it was quite simple, really. I believe you are in possession of a clockwork figure crafted in his likeness. Should you happen to cross paths again, would you show it to him? I imagine he would enjoy it very much. Oh, man. I mean, now you tell us who this mysterious voice is. Now you tell us. But as I was saying before, if that has to be my one and only complaint, it's... You think that they would have gone through more than a little bit of a change. Like, you think that something would be different. I mean, Reen said so herself that she can see our soul was healed and restored, and that's good. But the fact that our ether is exactly like how it was at the beginning of the game seems a little bit strange. I don't think that's the case. I do think that there has been some other changes and that we're going to be kind of covering that later on. Seeing as that we set up the site here anyway, we decided to conduct a thorough investigation of the tower's base. Well, that should make him happy. We'll just head back to the First. Yes, we want to go back. Oh, the Crystal Exarch again. Oh, Graha, it's so nice to see you. Oh, Claire, what brings you back to the First? Another adventure, mayhap? Ask about recent developments. As to be expected, the recent changes in Norvrant were invariably accompanied by some disarray, but the people have embraced the night with joy in their hearts, and they go about rebuilding their lives with optimism. Your fellow Scions have each returned whence it all began for them, to lend a helping hand during this period of transition. Alphinaud is in Uamor, Alize is at the end of Journey's Head, and Y'shtola with the Knights Blessed. Thancred and Reen, meanwhile, continue their investigation into the Empty. I had instructions to summon everyone hither should you return, but busy as they all appear to be, perhaps the reunion can wait a little while. Rest assured, I continue searching for a way to deliver your comrades home, so please take your ease and enjoy some time to yourself. Show him your wind-up Graha. Okay. Oh, yes, let's do that. What in the world is this? A gift from Tataru, you say? A mammoth inspired by a certain Archon? Created to fund the expedition to the Cyrus Trench? It's passing strange. I never had the pleasure of meeting Tataru. That being the case, I can only assume the idea for the subject matter came from another. Could it have been Master Galoff? Or Kryl, perhaps? No, wait. Rambos. It must be Rambos. Behind his sober countenance there hides a playful streak. I can fair see him grinning as he imagines how I would react should I stumble into this mammoth sometime in the future. If truth be told, I know not how to feel when I behold it. But if nothing else, it tells me that they are well. Rambos and everyone. And for that I am glad. Call him by his true name. How strangely that name rings to the ears. Long as I have been the Crystal Exarch, it has ceased to be an act. This is very much who I am now. Yet when I speak to you as the young man I once was, he cannot help but stir within. And then the old days come flooding back. The days when we sought the truth of this tower together. You were an inspiration to me then. Though I did not think it possible, you are becoming even more of an inspiration to me now. He's such a sweetheart. Well, let's head back to Yulmore. Let's see if we can find the others there. Oh, I'm just so glad that he did survive it. And you know what? I just realized, where's Urianger? Has he returned to Ilmek? Probably. I'll be sure to check it there, but maybe not, because Graha didn't specifically mention Urianger, and I wonder if there's a reason for that. And oh, okay, Alphinaud is here. I was just coming to see if the Chais were still here, but is that a painting? Oh my god, that is a painting! Oh, that's cute. Oh, another visitor! How lovely! We have a slice of cake and a spot of tea. A light meal, perhaps? Ah, but what am I thinking? We cannot lay the table with luxurious abandon as we once did. Goodness me, 'tis a shame not to have sweets for my sweets. Both you and Alphinaud are so adorable. I must be sure to have the larder stocked before your next visit. Does that mean that you want to dress us up too, like you did with Alphinaud here? I am strangely okay with that. As you can see, things are back to normal here, aside from, you know, needing to completely restructure the social hierarchy. But however the matter is resolved, it would seem I must begin working for my crust again. Mayhap I shall revive the stoneworks and develop a new Talos for this modern age. Aye, that ought to keep a smile on the wife's face. I think he's going to be looking forward to it. Claire, when did you come back to the First? I trust Tataru and the others are well. For myself, I decided to stay here for a time, and I've been doing what I can to help Yulmore adjust to the aftermath of Volfree's tyranny. And in the spare moments I've had, I managed to finish that painting for Lord and Lady Chai. Considering all they have done, and all that lies ahead, it seemed a suitable gesture. Okay, that's cute. Glad to see that. Then we'll head to the Great Wood, because we know for sure that's where Yestola is. Oh, Runar! Ah, the mighty hero returns to Great Slitherbow with her presence. When the night sky returned, we knew at once that all would be right with the world. Any doubts we may have had were quickly put to rest when Master Matoya came. It did my heart good to see her in such high spirits. We should hold a feast to celebrate your victory. Then you can finally sample my famous stew. There you are. I take it there are no pressing matters to keep you in the source, then? If not, I may have need of you in the near future. There is still yet so much to be learned of this world, so many mysteries begging to be solved. The greatest perhaps being the truth of Emic Selk's words that fateful day in the Quitana Ravel. A most troubling matter to be sure, but remember, it is not a burden you must bear alone. Yeah, we still have some questions here that Emic Selk did not answer for us, so we do need to keep doing research. I'm not sure how we can really do that at this point. But you know what? I'm sure that there's anyone out there who can find an answer, be Y'shtola. Right, so our final stop is Am the Rang, and we'll see how Alize is doing. Claire? No one told me you were back. Well, never mind that. You should try speaking with Halric. I've come to believe that some miracles simply require an inordinate amount of stubbornness. That goes for your case, for Halric's, and I'm hoping for Gabu's as well. Oh, thank you. In fact, why don't we speak with the kid? I guess that's it. Well, since we don't know where Thancred, Reen, and Urianger are, I do think that's a good place to end it for now, but I just want to thank you everyone who's been out there and supporting my channel, who has been with me and Claire since the very beginning, and I really am looking forward to the next chapter. So until then, take care everyone.